Today we're back here on Madden 27 here for another rebuild, and today we have the Indianapolis Colts. The Indianapolis Colts were suggested in the comment section in the last video, so go ahead and comment down below the next team you guys want to see me rebuild to potentially get chosen for the next rebuild. But before we get into today's video, if you guys could drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel, as always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 20,000 subs at the moment, but today we have the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Madden, or I guess, EA did update franchise mode, I guess a tad bit, but as you all know, some of the problems I've mainly been complaining about, maybe you guys have been having those issues as well. They didn't address everything, at least not yet, but they said they're aware of all the issues that the mode is having. So fingers crossed they addressed it as fast as they possibly can, but we'll see. Apparently they addressed like wear and tear and like some other things, but I saw someone say that wear and tear feels the same, so I don't know. I don't have it on, honestly, based off how it's been going. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this Colts team as we are set to rebuild them today. So we have Daniel Jones under center at quarterback, Jonathan Taylor, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, new addition, and Keenan Allen, Tyler Warren, and then of course you have Quentin Nelson, Raymond, and Bortolini on this offensive line. And we also have Farmer, who is a hidden dev guard on the bench right now behind Goncalves, or I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly. Anyway, defensively, new addition, CJ Allen, AJ Halsey, of course you have Javarius Ward, Sauce Gardner, who I believe, obviously the team traded what they did for him. I feel like it was probably not a good decision. At the time it made sense in a way because they were playing really well, and then their season just went so south it's not even funny. And Cameron Bynum, of course, who had a really good year last year as well. So it goes without saying we're going to go into similar year one, other than the fact that the scheme is 37%. Let's change that. So yeah, let's change the scheme, and that's all we'll do. And I'll see you guys at the end of year one. I don't really know what to expect out of this Colts team. Like Shane Steichen and their GM, I think, is Chris Ballard or whatever. They should both be very much on the hot seat. They need to perform. So yes, this will be a very important season for the Colts to make sure they get it right. So let's go ahead and get to the end of year one, and let's see how this team finishes out. Hopefully we're a playoff team, but we'll see. So at the end of year number one, we actually finished up at 9-8, which barely gets us out of the playoffs. And maybe if we won week 18, we would have been in there, but we were not. So unfortunately, that is kind of how the season ended. So yeah, the Texans won the division at 9-8, and then the Bills got in at 9-8. So it looks like we would have just beaten the Jaguars in week 18. I think we would have been in the playoffs, but unfortunately we did not. So that's unfortunate. Start to this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats for the season. So offensively, we're actually the second ranked offense in the NFL. Pretty amazing there. And then defensively, 22nd. So Daniel Jones actually played extremely well. So I don't think there's anything I feel like I need to change with that. You had Jonathan Taylor, obviously, and Giddens had 13 touchdowns. That's great to see. 15 yards from Jonathan Taylor. Love to see that. Keenan Allen, wow, what a resurgence from him. 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. Pierce with 9 touchdowns. Warren with 800, and Downs with 400. Defensively, sacks-wise, you had 6.5 from Latu, 6.5 from Martin Key, and 5.5 from DeForest Buckner. So very, very happy with what we see. And then at least Sauce Gardner, added 4 picks with what the Colts gave up for him. But it does look like our offense is in a good spot, which is good. Second ranked offense in the NFL, you'll definitely take. So year one, disappointment, not making the playoffs, but finishing up at 9-8 is not, I don't know, you could say it's not the worst thing in the world because technically you're not getting a good draft pick, but you weren't the worst team either. So it's kind of a wash season in a way, but we're going to go ahead and see what we can do this offseason. Don't know what assets we'll have or who the AI has decided to resign already, as we have negative $15 million in cap space. So I presume that the AI has went to work already by resigning some of the guys that, let's see what they've done. So if we go over to our division, obviously, anything to note for us as far as the Colts are concerned? Did they resign anybody already? I don't see anything just yet. So nothing. Okay, so I don't think they've done anything actually, at least, or there's one, but yeah, no, I don't think the AI has done too much, maybe. Oh, there's one. So they resigned Keenan Allen to a $18 million contract. I mean, he played well, so I guess he earned it. Quentin Nelson, I'm not mad at that. Whatever, resigned him, and Buckner got an extension as well. And okay, so yeah, they have extended some guys. So yeah, they've definitely extended some players. So that's, goes without saying, and that's happening every time now. But anyway, let's go ahead and I guess take a look at the year, how it went. So you had the Rams go to the Super Bowl and beat the Broncos. You had Bo Nix get MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Andy Reid's your Coach of the Year. Max Crosby's your Depoy. Jordan Tyson and Gabe Jacobs are your Rookies of the Year. So pretty solid season for the most part. Obviously not getting in is a disappointment, but we're going in with negative money, so there's not a lot we can do. So we have Grover Stewart with the franchise tag, which we're not going to do. We're just going to, yeah, I mean, he's older and there's probably, and then negotiate. We need to clear more cap space. So yeah, we're not going to be able to re-sign a lot of these guys because obviously we are the negative money now. 5th-year option for Latu. Someone told me not to pick up the 5th-year option anymore because it's so glitched and buggy. So I'm going to decline it for now because apparently it's not correct. So a lot of these I'm probably going to just let walk because obviously we don't have money. So we're going to wait to, you know, deal with a lot of these, but we'll see if we can free up money. But yeah, being in the negative cap space is not a good sign. If you watch the Lions video, you know why. So we'll see what we can do this offseason. Not much because we don't have money, but let's see what the AI is going to suggest and how much contracts we have to restructure. It's going to be a mess. I already know it. So yes, the AI was suggesting for us to restructure almost everybody we could possibly see, but DeForest Buckner did retire, which actually freed us up a lot of money. It does suck to lose him, don't get me wrong, but it definitely digs us out of a little bit of a hole, so I ain't too mad at it, but let's go ahead and take a look. I do want to restructure some guys by my own terms. I don't want the AI to restructure players for me, so we are going to try to do some work here ourselves. So if we take a look at the total money, so we can restructure Sauce Gardner, free up 9 million. Alec Pierce would free us up 19. Raymond would free up us 15. So I think I'm going to restructure Alec Pierce, who got a ginormous contract, we all know, and I'm going to restructure Raymond. But that's it. We're leaving it at that. Hopefully the AI is not like, okay, let's do this now. Let's do this and just restructure everybody they see, because that gets you in a lot of trouble. So we're not going to do that. But it does look like potentially that Bortolini and... But yeah, we do need to extend Bortolini and Jonathan Taylor, it looks like, going forward, I presume, because they have active negotiation we want to talk about. So those two guys, how many years do they have left in the contract? So Bortolini has 1, that makes sense, and Jonathan Taylor has 2. So yes, I could see why they'd want an extension. So I guess we should try to get our center locked up. So let's go ahead and take care of that if we can here. So we have the bonus in here. I'll give him a 3-year deal, and we'll see what that gets us to. Although his patience is pretty low, so I don't know if we're gonna get him to come back. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Increased salary, I don't think we're gonna get there, man. This is gonna be tough. The total value, yeah, I think this is a waste of time. I don't think this is gonna work, so I'm not even gonna bother. Jonathan Taylor, on the other hand, I would like to talk to, obviously, our elite starting running back. So actually, they're just wanting me to restructure his contract more, which I'm not going to do right now. So, okay, so now I guess we go ahead just straight to free agency. I really don't know if I'm going to do anything too crazy here because obviously we're already in like a cap space issue. We do have Bortolini about to get paid, which we tried, but obviously, you know, his interest, his patience is pretty low right now. So our O-line, I think, to me, is looking good. In fact, I think our offense is actually good, and our offense was strengthened really well last year. So I think I'm mainly focused on the defense. I'm gonna let Daniel Jones start another year, see what he can do. So defensively, it's great to get CJ Allen up to superstar dev and Ward, and I think we're good in the secondary. Secondary looks good to me. It's mainly the linebackers and the interior, and you could maybe make an argument for an upgraded edge rusher. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but at this point, I think we need to address like interior D-line if we can. So we have Deron Payne, who I see, but let's see what else we got. So Grover Stewart sitting here as well, Ed Oliver. And then you got like some other options. But if we take a look at linebacker options here in free agency, don't know if there'll be anybody too good. I got Willie Gay at 29 years old, 27, Nathaniel Watson. So maybe could get something here. Dennis, who would be nice at, although we don't need a Mike linebacker. We have Allen, so that's not an issue right now. Anzalone, nice vet. Rodriguez, Luvu, Davis Gather. So Devin White, who is always going somewhere, it feels like. But I think I am going to try to get Mapu here, who's only 27, see if we could turn him into something. So this might be my only, and then we might go offer one of the D tackles as well. So this one should be an easy one, I feel like, to get. I mean, he'll just be, you know, a fine guy and should sign pretty easily. So nothing crazy here. So we got that done, and then I'm gonna offer also one of these D tackles here as well. So I'm simply just going to try to re-sign Grover Stewart. So I assume we get both of those guys, and Grover Stewart is back, and I would presume we get the other one as well. Actually, he's still thinking about it, and now now teams are in on him. So we may not get him as easy as I thought it would be, but we'll see. Or no, he still chose us. W. Okay, so we still got him, which is just a 72 overall, but he's a star dev, so I'm hoping we can maybe turn him into something here. So yeah, he'll be nice, and then we would love to draft a will linebacker and get a D tackle for sure. So those are gonna be the 2 targets in the draft. We do not have our first. That's something to keep in mind, so that's gonna be tough, but we'll have to work without it. So let's go ahead, get to the draft. I guess gotta send the rest of free agency, but we'll see what we could do in the draft. We got a D tackle and a linebacker, which is the 2 positions that were really an issue. So let's go see what we can do in the draft. I think I'm going to take a chance on Aaron Carter here. Now, we do see some F grades, but just F block shedding, which is fine. But the one thing I like is that he has elite speed, elite change of direction, elite jumping, elite acceleration. So he's a fast linebacker, which is usually a good recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and take him here in round 2. This is a little bit of a gamble, but hopefully it pays off. And he'll be 84 in true value, drafted 46. Maybe a little bit of a reach. Maybe he is hidden dev at least, though. He is at least hidden dev. So he will definitely get the opportunity to start right away. And we'll definitely take that. So for round 3, we may not get a D tackle prospect that we like, but we'll see if there's one here. We would have had our round 1. That would have been really clutch right now, but obviously we don't have it because of the sauce trade. So we could take an offensive lineman, a running back, but I do think I might just settle on depth at D tackle here in round 3. It's not the greatest move in the world, but although I'm not really impressed with this guy's stats, do we just take the chance on him anyway and hope that maybe the stats are misleading? Could take a corner in AJ Harris, but not really necessary right now. Also could take an edge rusher in Donnie Smith. Although, I mean, this is round 3 pick, so a lot of these, although I see, you know what? I think we're going to take an edge rusher here. I wanted to take a D tackle, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't feel right to do, I'm going to do this. So with the elite traits across the board, only normal dev, so might just be depth at this point. But let's go round 4. If that D tackle prospect is still on the board, which I don't know if he will be, I'm going to take him here. So yes, I'm just going to take him in round 4. He's still here. So we'll just see if he ends up being decent. No, not at all. So just a throwaway draft, not a good draft at all. Still looking for good draft classes. So if you guys have any, feel free to comment down like any suggestions you guys have. But overall, the offseason, nothing special by any means. So going into the season, we are going to get Borderlini re-signed. So I was a little worried about that, but we got that taken care of. His patience a little bit higher this time around. So liking what I'm seeing on offense still. Think things look really good over here. Defensively, of course, we tried to get as good as we could. But yeah, it's not looking too great over here. So I'm going to start Aaron Carter with him being a hidden dev. And we'll see what he could turn into. But I think I'm going to leave pretty much, other than maybe we could change the defensive scheme. Although I like... we Tampa 2. I mean, we could go with something a little bit different just in case, because last year was a little bit disappointing. Although if we do a 3-4, doesn't make a ton of sense because our D tackle depth is kind of bad. So let's not do that. Although it's disguised 3-4, but let's see what a base 4-3 is. Base 4-3 actually fits pretty well. So go with that instead of Tampa 2 to see if that just changes any of our luck at all. But you know, it would be nice to have another D tackle. Maybe at the trade deadline, if we're feeling risky, we could trade for one. Definitely an option. If we are like above 500 and feel like getting a D tackle, we could be in the business of trading first round picks again. I don't know if that would be wise, but we could look into it. So I think I'm going to go ahead, send to the end of year 2. I will start with the trade deadline as well, because if we're good, I'll try to make a trade for a D tackle. But if we're not, then I'll probably just send the rest of the season. So we'll obviously delegate that, and then we're going to go ahead and hopefully be good by the midseason point where it makes sense to make a trade. If not, you guys will see me at the end of year 2. So we are currently 5-2 on the season. So I do think it could make some sense to buy here. So if we take a look at our lineup right now, Daniel Jones still the quarterback. So that is definitely something to keep in mind, because we really don't know how good he's going to be going forward. And obviously, you know, he has 1 year left in his deal. So I want to be you know, careful here. I don't want to trade my first round picks. We might need it to draft a QB, although let's be honest with ourselves, we have auto-generated draft classes, so I don't know how reliable that'll be. But if I wanted to trade my second for a D tackle, what are my options? We have Jervin Dexter off the Chicago Bears. Definitely kind of feels tempting already with that. Dexter Lawrence would probably be really hard to pull off, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. So not Mason Graham, but one of these D tackles, Walter Nolan. Don't know if the Cardinals would give him up that easily, though. At Oliver, who went over to Washington. Ron Payne, who's on a big deal. Don't want to do that. Jordan Davis. I mean, could the Eagles be wanting to save money? We can get Jordan Davis on this team. I don't hate it. Let's offer it. Let's see what they say to this. They want, if I gave them my 4th as well, a 2nd and a 4th for Jordan Davis. They agree. Okay, we got our D tackle. So D tackle is going to be Jordan Davis now. So that gives us just a little bit more to like on this defensive side of the football. Obviously, it was very much needed, so I like it. Jordan Davis going to be our guy going forward. Stewart will probably be gone after the season unless the AI obviously resigns him. But yeah, 5-2. Just made a strong trade. We kept our first and our third, so hopefully we hang on to a playoff spot. Looking good right now, 5-2. Hopefully this continues. Momentum's on our side. We made the playoffs in year number 2 and have a chance to compete. So we do finish up with a strong 11-6 record, so that gets us into the playoffs, obviously. So I have to feel really good about that. If we take a look at the stats, offensively, we're 18th in the NFL, so not quite the second ranked we were last year, but hey, still I'll take it. But defensively, we were much better, which is obviously great to see. You had 25-11 from Daniel Jones, so I think Daniel Jones has earned himself to be the QB throughout this video. I think he's put up some good stats. Now, hopefully he doesn't want too big of a number. Maybe, I will say, there is a chance that the AI already resigned this guy, so let's see if they did. They may have. I have no idea. But we look at his contract. Yeah, they already resigned him, so we're already locked into Daniel Jones. But his money is actually not too bad after the season. $16 million cap hit isn't too bad, so I'm actually okay with that. So yeah, Daniel Jones is our quarterback going forward. That is not going to change, and he's been good, so I can't really complain. So Daniel Jones, but Alec Pierce and Keenan Allen, both incredible. Keenan Allen just continues to play really well at his older age, but Alec Pierce obviously earning that contract that he got. 17.5 sacks from JT. Love to see that. So he should turn into a superstar dev, hopefully having a good year. Davis did have 10 sacks, so great addition there. 9.5 from Latu. So I think changing the scheme really helped out. So that's fantastic. But all right, guys, we get to play the Bills in round 1, which obviously will not be easy, but we'll give it our best shot. So let's go out here, play the Bills. First playoff game of the video. Let's see if we can come out here and win it. Would be a great start, but we'll see what happens. So here we are at Lucas Oil Stadium. Buffalo Bills coming to town. So we're going to see how this is going to go. A little nervous here, but let's jump in there. And we are going to go up 7-0. Obviously, this is going to be Daniel Jones' first playoff game as the for the Colts. And hey, Sauce Gardner. Hey, this team traded 2 first-round picks to get an interception in the playoffs. That's big. Off Josh Allen, you'll take that. 7-0. And we'll go up 14-0, so looking good so far. 17-0. This game is looking good, but obviously plenty of time, and they're right back in it. So, yeah. Ooh, it looked like... Okay, so tied now. That's not good. Okay. We had full control of this game, and we are blowing it, which is not great. But we do take the lead back. Okay. Defense gets a stop here. If we go put a drive together here, could walk out of here victorious. And we do put it together a drive, and we get a stop on 4th down. And it's going to be going to us. We beat the Bills at Wild Card Weekend. That is fantastic. So Daniel Jones, obviously, as we all know, did win a playoff game against the Vikings with the Giants. So gets here in the playoffs for the Colts and wins a playoff game against Josh Allen and the Bills. Assuming it is Josh Allen playing QB on the other side. I would presume it is. I don't know why it wouldn't be. It was Josh Allen. So, okay, Daniel Jones with 1 touchdown. Allen, both of them had 1 interception. So that's good. And Daniel Jones, only 63% completion percentage, if I could speak English, is good. I'll take it. John Taylor, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. DJ Giddens with 6-7 yards and 2 touchdowns. So great rushing attack. Love to see that. Warren had a great game as well. And then defensively, you had half a sacks from Bynum. And then Sauce Gardner, we saw, had the pick. And Benford on the other side had the interception off Daniel Jones. But okay, we win. That's all that matters. Let's get to divisional, and let's see if we can continue this season. So we do get to host the playoff game again, this time divisional round. The Patriots coming to town. So same division, but obviously different foe. Let's see if we can come out here and take out the Buffalo Bills division rival with the Patriots. So we get off to I think that was a bad start actually, but we do score here 7-3, so that's fine. And we get an interception from AJ Halsey, and we're going to go up 14-3. Looking good, looking good. But not going to get my hopes up, although we do get a 4th down stop, which is big. And it's now going to be 10-14. So they're right back in it. And we get an interception from AJ Halsey. 2 picks in this one. 21-10. Interception from Travarius Ward. Wow, our secondary is balling out right now. 28-10. And it looks like, fellas, we might be headed to the AFC Championship game in year number 2, which is fantastic. So, love to see that 35-17 victory over the New England Patriots. And we indeed get to go to the AFC Championship game. Drake May falls short, and we can go look at these stats now. So we saw that Drake May at least threw 3 interceptions. And yes, it was 3, but Daniel Jones threw 3 as well. Kind of went under the radar, I feel like, but he did throw 3. Although I will say, he only threw 19 passes, and 3 of those incompletions were interceptions. So 97 yards from Jonathan Taylor, 2 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Romeo Doubs had a good game. Henry had a touchdown. Allen, 48 yards. Defensively, AJ Halsey, we saw the 2 sacks, and then Gonzalez. Craig Woodson. I also almost said Charles Woodson, Travis Ward, and Carlton Davis. But all that matters is we won, and we're headed to the AFC Championship game. Cannot believe we're here already, but can we win when we're there and go to the Super Bowl? Let's find out. I was not expecting home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but we have gotten it. We're back in Lucas Oil Stadium again. This time the Broncos coming to town, so obviously it gets tougher from here with that Denver defense. So here it goes, man. Hopefully we can come out here and put together a good game and get to the Super Bowl. They do go up 7-0, start things off, so that's a fast start for them, but we do match it, and we get an interception from Travis Ward, and we do score off of it. That's a recipe for success, but they are right back in it. And okay, so it's 14-14 midfield, 4th down stop, and oh my lord, I'm nervous because this is our chance to get the Super Bowl right here, right now, and we don't. Okay, we get an interception from Halsey. Go score off it. We do. 21-14. We go score and put this up 2 possessions. No, okay, still okay. Interception from Travis Ward, and we are gonna score off of it. Okay, all we gotta do is hang on. 1:16 left. They have all 3 timeouts. We're at the 50-yard line already. We have Jonathan freaking Taylor in the backfield. All we gotta do is get 1 first down. This game is over, and we're headed to the Super Bowl, man. We can't possibly screw this up, right? There's no way. So we're gonna run with Jonathan Taylor. Not much here, but we'll get a little bit. We'll take 3. Better than nothing, and Broncos will obviously use that first timeout. We're gonna go right back to it. We're gonna keep this on the ground for now. If I feel like I gotta throw for the first down at the end, I will, but man, I would love Jonathan Taylor just to there we go. First down is carried, and we are going to the Super Bowl, fellas. We are going to the freaking Super Bowl. Let's go, man. Love to see it. They're gonna use that last timeout once we kneel it, but one first down was all it was needed, and Jonathan Taylor has secured us a spot in the biggest stage of them all in the Super Bowl. So Broncos will not use that timeout, and just like that, this one is over. Yes, indeed, year number 2 Super Bowl berth has indeed happened. But obviously when we're there, we want to win it, so let's go see if we can do that. Let's take a look at the stats. He had 1 touchdown, 191 yards from Daniel Jones. Bo Nix 2 touchdowns. A lot of interceptions again, man. It feels like interceptions are really common in these simulation games. I don't know why, but 6 picks all together, just like the last game. But 1 touchdown from Jonathan Taylor. You had 79 yards from Waddle, 66 from Josh Downs. And then let's go look at who all had these interceptions. We know Singleton got 2. Or not Singleton, sorry. I thought, or Halsey was the last game he got 2. But Ward had 2. It was Ward this time. Singleton had 2. 1 from Hufanga and 1 from Halsey. So both strong safeties showing up. And then you had Ward and Singleton. So all right, man, Super Bowl bound. Let's go win it when we're in there. We shall see. I don't know who the opponent will be, but hosting the entire AFC playoffs was not in my bingo card, but it worked out in our favor. And now let's get to the Super Bowl. So in the Super Bowl, it will be none other than the Seattle Seahawks. So not really too surprised by that. I'm not really sure where this is going to be, but I'm pretty sure this isn't this in Atlanta at this point, or is it? I don't know. Anyway. We are indeed in, actually I can't tell I think this is Atlanta if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let's come out here and see if we can take down the Seahawks while we're here. This would be a golden opportunity. They go up 3-0 and we throw an interception. That's not good. So we do get an interception here. Travis Ward's been amazing in these playoffs. We got to score off this, and we don't. We throw one right back. So Daniel Jones so far is getting absolutely killed here. So we do get a nice field position spot here. Got to score off of this. And we just don't, man. So I think we got to this point just to ultimately fail. That sucks. That really stings. The 20, oh my gosh, bro. This game is going. We got a safety. Let's go. But yeah, this game is over, man. Wow. Sam Darnold threw us, what, 6 interceptions it feels like? And we just aren't in this game at all. We technically get back in it right now. Dude, no way. Okay, we don't score there. We had to have scored there. Okay. How many interceptions did Sam Darnold just throw us? Because I'm pretty sure he just threw us like 6 and we did not win the game. He threw 4 because Daniel Jones threw 3 right back. So threw us 4 interceptions and we scored 2 points the entire game. That's actually so bad. Or I guess we scored 10. We could have gotten back in there at the very end there if we would have scored on that last drive and get a stop. It would have been wild, but we would have had a shot. Unfortunately, fall short in the Super Bowl. Back to the drawing board. Interceptions, man. I don't know if there's a slider to turn those down, but damn, bro. It feels like they're just so common. Anyway, let's get to the offseason, and let's see what we can do to continue to better this roster. So JSN got Super Bowl MVP as they beat us 24-10. Sam Darnold got MVP. Harbaugh's your coach of the year. Olave is your O-Poi. And you got D-Poi going to Aiden Hutchinson. Julian Sayin and David Stones were your rookies of the year. So, all right. Well, we do have some money going into the offseason, which is nice. But we'll see what that entails. If there's anybody important to re-sign, there probably will be. But we shall see. So we have the 5th-year option for Warren. We got Cam Taylor-Britt's franchise tag deadline, which I'm not going to franchise tag him. But I would like to keep him. I would like to just re-sign him. Anthony Richardson, obviously, I don't even know if he's gonna be a football player anytime, here soon. So we're gonna decline Warren's 5th-year option because of the glitch or whatever. Then Cam Taylor-Britt, I would like to keep him if we can, but it just depends, obviously, what he wants. So obviously, we're going into year 3 with big expectations, man. He is. Never mind. Okay, he doesn't want to come back. Fair enough. So that went really fast. Okay, so Cam Taylor-Britt's not coming back, I guess. So let's go to free agency prep. And we'll see what we can do here. But we have $54 million in cap space. So let's just get straight into free agency, I guess. And we'll see who needs to be re-signed or whatever. So if we take a look at what we got going on. So no contract negotiations opened up right now. So we do lose Keenan Allen, probably to retirement if I had to guess, which, it's fine. He's been great, but we can bring in another wide receiver and just be fine. So Farmer's going to start, which is good. Travis is on that right side. So I guess we need a wide receiver. And you could make the debate that, it'd be nice to get a new right tackle if we wanted to, but it's not, an emergency. Grover Stewart got re-signed to another year, I guess. So I guess, he could play again. We do have a little bit of money to splurge if we wanted to. So I think we should spend at least on one player. Definitely wide receiver if there is a good one. So Waddle's here. You have Leonard Williams here as well, who actually has no offers right now, 34 years old. He has a transition tag. Don't know how much that'll be matched though, but something to keep in mind. If we look at other wide receivers, no Waddle's here. I have Jacoby Myers, who could be decent enough, but Waddle. So yeah, Juwan Jennings, but Jacoby Myers, Waddle. Okay, so I think I'm going to offer on Leonard Williams because we have Grover Stewart, who's fine and all, but if we can get Leonard Williams, this is a lot of money, but it's a 1-year deal. Could be like exactly what we kind of need for a Super Bowl push here, just to kind of start there in the middle for us. We'll go with 2-year deal for him. And okay, so we'll see what he thinks about that. And you know what? I'm going to offer it on Waddle. I don't expect to get him, but we're going to at least give it a shot. We'll give him a deal and see what he says. We'll go try to get Waddle. I don't think we'll get him, like I said, but it's worth a shot. And we'll go 1 more year to the deal. Probably should get him to... Yep. Okay. So we'll see if we get him. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot, like I said. So Waddle, do you choose us? He chooses the Chief, but we do get Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams is going to be our new D tackle, which I like. And now we go into the draft with a need at wide receiver. It almost feels like since we have an auto-generated draft class, if we, because we'll have a late pick, that we could maybe just trade for our wide receiver right now and just kind of give ourselves a really good receiver, give Daniel Jones as many weapons as possible, because Waddle would have been nice, but yeah, I am tempted to do that. So let's go ahead and try to do that since, free agency really isn't an option anymore. The wide receivers, who could we bring in to kind of, push this team over the top? Like, could we give our first up for T. Higgins or something like that? Get us T. Higgins, Alec Pierce. I guess they can't do that. Never mind. Khalil Shakir, no. Troy Franklin, no. George Pickens, the Browns. Could get George Pickens here. Nope, they can't do that either. So never mind. Let's give some negative money. Okay. Emeka Buka would be fun, but Marvin Harrison, who finally doesn't have X Factor anymore. He used to always have X Factor, but okay. So a lot of these teams cannot give up a receiver, it feels like so far. McLaurin, who's older, probably won't do that. CD Lamb, they've lost Pickens already. Jeremiah Smith, you do have like Devontae Smith. The Eagles are negative $100 million in cap space. I didn't know if my face cam was in the way, but no, you guys were able to see that. So I don't think we'll be able to get our receiver. There's Garrett Wilson. We could get Garrett Wilson. The Jets and Colts have made deals before. If we gave them our first round pick, would they do it for Garrett Wilson? Let's see. They agree. Okay, you know what? I'm good with that. So we get Garrett Wilson to be our brand new wide receiver here in Indianapolis as we go for it in year number 3. I feel like, that feels like the best potential outcome. We give up another first to the Jets. Why not, right? So there we go. And we don't even really need to go into the draft because we don't even have draft picks anymore. We've been kind of Ram styling it, just trading draft picks. But ultimately, I like the look of this roster. I don't really see why we can't make it back to the Super Bowl again. So feeling good about this. Year 2 is great, but obviously we're hoping year 3 is even better with us actually getting in. But we'll see. Or actually winning the Super Bowl, because we did get in, just didn't win it, obviously. But okay, so I'm going to go straight into Let's keep our playbooks as is for now. So yeah, I don't think I need to change it. So let's head to next season. We don't care about the draft with us not having picks. Ready for year 3, and we'll see if year 3 will give us something special to remember. So after the draft, I'm gonna assume the lineup isn't gonna change too much. So yeah, as you can see, didn't change too much. But Jonathan Taylor, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Warren, Travis Farmer, Bordellini, Quinn Nelson, Raymond, and then defensively, CJ Allen, Leonard Williams, Sauce Garner, Travarius Ward. I mean, this team is looking pretty damn incredible if you ask me. So hopefully it just means that, hey, we'll be able to have a good season again, make the playoffs, and be a contender in this AFC. So let's go ahead and get straight into the regular season. Year 3 hopefully will bring us something extremely special. 90 overall, 89 defense, 91 offense. So yeah, let's get to the regular season. Simulate this bad boy, and fingers crossed we made the playoffs again and have a real shot at getting back to the Super Bowl, and this time winning it when we're in there. So at the end of this season, we do once again make the playoffs with the exact same record as last year at 11-6. So it means we did win the division, which is good. And we got Travarius Ward with 13 interceptions on the season. What a year from Travarius Ward. Holy crap. Okay. So the interception thing must be like just, I don't know. It feels like it's maxed out almost. There's so many interceptions. It's not even funny. 23rd offense, defensively 17 NFL. So nothing special. But Daniel Jones still putting up decent numbers for me to like. 13 touchdowns, 10 from DJ Giddens as well. You had Garrett Wilson come in and have a major impact with 1,200 yards, 1,100 yards from Alec Pierce, 700 from Tyler Warren, 200 from Josh Downs. Sacks-wise, 12.5 from, you got JT with 12.5, 11 from Latu, 8 from Leonard Williams, and 5.5 from CJ Allen. And then obviously we saw, Travarius Ward, 13 interceptions and 6 from Sauce Gardner, not to mention as well. What are, I honestly wasn't paying attention to this, but what is our overall edge rusher? So yeah, we got 89. So our edge rusher is looking really good now, which is good. Aaron Carter's developed really well. Mapu obviously just signed to free agency. He's up to 75. Nothing special, but we'll take the star dev. But okay, I mean, we get to go in this playoff game going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. So probably won't be easy, but we'll give it our best shot. Just lost to the Broncos week 18. We were able to make it to the Super Bowl last year. We'll see if we can do that yet again. Will be tough, but I want to get there again, and I want to win when we're there. So let's jump into this bad boy and see if our luck is going to continue. No pun intended on former quarterback Andrew Luck. So Colts Chiefs, I do once upon a time remember a playoff game between Alex Smith and Andrew Luck with the Colts and the Chiefs, and that game was wild. So let's see if we can get something a little bit of the same, but same result where we win, and it's going to be 0-6 right now. All right, so offense hasn't done nothing, but Ward continues to just get us turnovers, and we're up and we take the lead. So they get it back though. They missed the extra point earlier, so we still are only down. There we go, 14-13, but they take it right back. And all right, so we get the ball at a half, got a 25-yard run, and we do take the lead back. It is back and forth as can be so far. Can we repeat it? There we go. And it's going to be 26-24 with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left. So I'm feeling like we need to come out here and put this game in our hands, because I don't like this back and forth baloney we've had. And if we, don't get a drive going here, we could be in trouble. So we have Mr. Jonathan Taylor. So let's just start this possession with him, run this ball, and not going to get much out of that. Only a yard, but he's had a good day on the ground. So I'm going to trust in him still. Just a little bit of a rough road there. Nothing very good about that, but we'll try that again here in a second. But, we might want to put this ball in the air this time around just to see. So Garrett Wilson, I'm hoping I could see you wide open down the field. But if not, actually he is. No, he's not. Oh, wow. It actually worked out. I thought 31 was going to turn around on that, but he didn't. So Daniel Jones has not turned the ball over today. So at least there's that. So we got a first down. Needed to move the chains, and it worked out. So I'm very happy with that. Garrett Wilson made a great play on the ball, and we have a nice run. And Taylor is actually going to get us the lead here after he just broke the tackle on that safety. But we obviously need our defense to hold up. So let's see if they do that. And we do get a stop finally. Okay, so now we just got to keep this ball away from the Chiefs. That seems easy enough. And we could go out here and win this game and get out of the AFC wildcard round here. And another nice run, this time from DJ Giddens, breaks some tackles, 2nd and 4. Obviously, we want this clock to run. So I think it's time to put on true clock. But if we can come out here and complete this game, we're headed divisional, and that'll be the first step in the right direction. So let's stretch this one to the left side. I'm going to trust in Taylor to get to the edge. If not, we can cut it early, obviously, as usual. So there it is. The edge was contained, and we got a nice run. Got to stay in bounds, though. We want this clock to keep running. 134 yards in the day for Jonathan Taylor. What a great day from him. So let's just continue to ride his boat, right? There's no reason to go away from him. Although I do see, you know, potentially pressed coverage, but I'm going to keep this ball on the ground just to be safe. So another nice run this time from Giddens. Nice juke, and that's another first down pickup. Oh, man, this is going great. Okay, so the run game is going as great as you can possibly want. And run game is exactly what you want for a successful day. And this one did not go very well. They get a stop here, but that does make them use that timeout. We could go up 8 no matter what here, but obviously I would love nothing more than to just put this game away and score, or just keep the ball away from them either way. But I'm going right back to Taylor. I don't care if we got stuffed. Let's go right back to him. This time they once again play good defense, but you know, still a 3-yard gain, even though it looked like it was going absolutely nowhere for a second. Okay, do we put this ball in the air? Or do we just run it? I'm going to just see what I'm thinking. So for now, we kind of have the option to throw the ball. But should I just run this bad boy? I think I'm going to run it because, you know, we want the 2-minute warning to go. We don't want them to have that stop. We don't want to incomplete the ball. And, oh, okay, nice, broken. Oh, this game's over. No, it's not. But technically, actually, it is over because it's going to go to 2-minute warning. We just kneel this out. 150 yards on the day for Jonathan Taylor. What a freaking day from him to put this game away against the Kansas City Chiefs. So all we got to do is kneel this ball out after the 2-minute warning. I thought I was about to score there, but nice broken tackle, man. Taylor has broken some damn good tackles, and I'm going to kneel this bad boy out. We're going to win this one 26-31. Get out of here alive. It was back and forth. We were down at one point, but we weren't ever down too much, which is good. But okay, I will see you guys in the next round. We'll see who's going to be our divisional round matchup. I'm going to kneel the rest of this game, and I will get to you when we get to the next round. So this time we'll not host. We're going to go on the road at SoFi to play the Los Angeles Chargers, who I've noticed have been really good in the Madden Sim. They were pretty good in the Madden Sim in Madden 26 as well, so I guess I'm not too surprised by this, but hopefully we can get off to a fast start here because I know the Chargers are going to bring it. So we do not, and okay, defense gets a stop though. They punt it to us, and it is going to be a, you know, missed field goal. It gets blocked, so can we score off the good field position? We do. There we go. 7-0 start. Also, Shane Steichen, of course, I believe used to be the OC for the Chargers when Philip Rivers was there. So a little bit of a, I don't know, reunion, I guess. But 14-3, and we get interception from Sauce twice. That is looking good. Justin Herbert is collapsing right now. Just gotta, you know, keep scoring, and we are going to go to the Super Bowl once again. And we have matched every touchdown they have scored. So I think it's safe to say we're headed to the Super Bowl. That might be like 4 to 5 interceptions in this game. I think Daniel Jones might have thrown one as well, but 38-24 victory. And fellas, we are indeed heading to the Super Bowl once again. So 3 touchdowns, 216 yards from Daniel Jones, 3 picks. So Daniel Jones did not throw any, actually. Herbert is the one that threw 3. 99 yards, 2 touchdowns from Taylor. He's been amazing. Let's just run the football in the Super Bowl, man. That's all we got to do to win this one. Josh Downs, 2 touchdowns, 101 yards. And then we saw, obviously, Sauce with 2 picks, 1 from Bynum, and he had 1 sack from Justin. So not a lot of sacks, only 1 entire game. But okay. We have another chance. Super Bowl bound, man. Let's go win it. Second time in a row. Can we do it this second time? We'll see. We lost the Seahawks last year in embarrassing fashion. So hopefully we can, you know, put up some points in the Super Bowl. We didn't even do that really that much last year. So let's go give it a shot. Let's go give it another chance. I'm going right back to Jonathan Taylor, though. I don't want to see the Broncos with the ball again, but I'm going to trust Jonathan Taylor. And boom, that's why we trust him. First down run. Easy peasy. 87 yards. It looked like we were about to be in trouble there. And now the Broncos used that last time out. So we do have to get one more first down for this game to officially be over. But we're very close to the finish line here. John Taylor's activated again. So I think Freight Train, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on it, is you break a tackle no matter what. I'm pretty sure. But this game's over, fellas. This game is over. In fact, oh my gosh, in fact, this game is more than over. That superstar X Factor absolutely came clutch. I maybe could have just, you know, went down on the ground, but what's the fun in that? Score Jonathan Taylor, and this game is over. Let's freaking go, man. Jonathan freaking Taylor, 27-16. We didn't look at the stats of the last one because I didn't want the clip to be too long, but 1 touchdown, 149 yards. You had 2 picks from Bo Nix, and then Jonathan Taylor, 146 yards. He had 150 yards in the last game as well. And then if you look at the defensive side, we had 2 interceptions from Sauce, 1 from Sertain Perkins. But all right, fellas, we get to the AFC Championship game again. Let's go see who we're going to play, and hopefully we win it. Will we host again, though? Will we be the home team? Let's see. So this time we'll not host. We're going to go on the road at SoFi to play the Los Angeles Chargers, who I've noticed have been really good in the Madden sim. They were pretty good in the Madden sim in Madden 26 as well. So I guess I'm not too surprised by this, but hopefully we can get off to a fast start here because I know the Chargers are going to bring it. So we do not. And okay, defense gets a stop though. They punt it to us. And it is going to be a, missed field goal. It gets blocked. So can we score off the good field position? We do. There we go. 7-0 start. Also, Shane Steichen, of course, I believe used to be the OC for the Chargers when Philip Rivers was there. So a little bit of a, I don't know, reunion, I guess. But 14-3, and we get interception from Sauce twice. That is looking good. Justin Herbert is collapsing right now. Just gotta, keep scoring, and we are going to go to the Super Bowl once again. And we have matched every touchdown they have scored. So I think it's safe to say we're headed to the Super Bowl. That might be like 4 to 5 interceptions in this game. I think Daniel Jones might have thrown one as well, but 38-24 victory. And fellas, we are indeed heading to the Super Bowl once again. So 3 touchdowns, 216 yards from Daniel Jones, 3 picks. So Daniel Jones did not throw any, actually. Herbert is the one that threw 3. 99 yards, 2 touchdowns from Taylor. He's been amazing. Let's just run the football in the Super Bowl, man. That's all we got to do to win this one. Josh Downs, 2 touchdowns, 101 yards. And then we saw, obviously, Sauce with 2 picks, 1 from Bynum, and he had 1 sack from Justin. So not a lot of sacks, only 1 entire game. But okay. We have another chance. Super Bowl bound, man. Let's go win it. Second time in a row. Can we do it this second time? We'll see. We lost the Seahawks last year in embarrassing fashion. So hopefully we can, put up some points in the Super Bowl. We didn't even do that really that much last year. So let's go give it a shot. Let's go give it another chance. So here we are in the Super Bowl, obviously, and it doesn't get much bigger than this, and it isn't much more poetic than this because our Super Bowl matchup will be none other than the New York Giants, obviously Daniel Jones' former squad. So this is going to be a fun one. Second Super Bowl in a row for us. Hopefully this time around we're ready for the task because last year we scored 10 and that was at the very end. But we're up 7-0, so I think we are potentially ready this time. We get an interception from Mapu and we're up 14-7. Looking good, looking good. And now we're up 21-7. Okay, it's looking good so far, but I'm not going to rule the Giants out just yet. But we have so far matched everything they've done. We're up 35-14. And I think it's safe to say, fellas, that we have been, well, hold on, 45-22. And yeah, I think it's safe to say, fellas, that we have won this Super Bowl and ended this one on a good note. So it was really, very happy to see how we won this one after, obviously, last year. We made a Super Bowl and disappointed. But I'm going to see if I can score another touchdown here. Let's throw one up to Alec Pierce to end this video. And whatever the result is, we'll live with it. Actually, they do have, so that was never going to work out. Alec Pierce was going to be double covered. So wanted to give that a shot. But I do want to throw, like I said, one down the field. I want to throw one down the field. So let's try this again. And this time we'll have Garrett Wilson and we'll have Alec Pierce as options. So let's see if one of you guys can come down with a touchdown in this game or in this video rather. And I actually break the tackle. Just give Garrett Wilson a chance. 1-on-1 with 33 and it's intercepted. Oh well. All right, fellas, that's going to be the end of this one for me. I threw that ball way too late, but I also got hit as I threw it. And Javarius Ward with another interception. He has been so amazing in this video, but that is how this one is going to end. So I hope you guys did enjoy it. Super Bowl victory for the Colts. This is going to be the end of this one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.